Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. Heavy hitters, welding, Baltimore welding, stand up. I'm gonna tell you how to use a Hobart Arc Force 700i plasma cutter. This is one of the standard plasma cutter that you can get from Harbor Freight and any other department stores. The first thing you want to do is you want to check out your airline. Once you get the airline, make sure your airline is connected to the machine. Once the airline is connected to the machine, you want to make sure all your functions is working right and it's plugged up. Once you cut the machine on, it's an indicator. Green light means power, other one means pressure, and the yellow line to show you that the cup is not working. Also, it's a temperature. The temperature show you that if the plasma gutter get too hot. Also, it's features on top of mainly of all plasma cutters, how to put the contact tip and everything else together on the plasma cutter. It's very pretty and simple. Now you come over here, you see I got all my pieces laid out to put the plasma cutter together. So the first thing you want to do when you get your plasma cutter, you have a coupling, you have a tip. You want to put the tip inside here. You want to make sure it's flush and it's laying in there properly. Once you get that, you want to sit that down. You pick the gun up. And once you pick the gun up, you want to make sure this is the O-ring, so as though it don't lose air pressure when you're using the plasma cutter. So you'll put that on there. Basically, it'll show you that it fit right on there. Then you have a piece that you have to put on here is the thermal cutter. You put that on there, you tighten that up. Once you tighten that up, it can be snug tight, that's in. Then you want to hold the gun to the side, and you want to put this on. You got to make sure your tip and everything's correctly. Once you lock that in, snug tight, that's all you need to do. Get it nice and snug tight. All right, that's locked in. And you come back over to the welding machine. The welding machine don't know. It was telling you that the cup wasn't on at first. So that light gonna continue to be on, and your plasma cutter will not work. So the next thing you have to do, you have to shut the machine off and refresh the motherboard inside the plasma cutter. Hobart. Now you hear the fan running, it's generating, making sure pushing all the bad air out. Now when you cut it back on, only thing you're gonna see is your power light. Once you see the power light, it's like you know all functions is correctly built in on the gun correctly. Now you use the plasma cutter. So now the next step you want to do is you got a feature. This is the button to let you know you can use the plasma cutter. Red button means the go is hot. Do not put your hands in front of here when you're using the plasma cutter. That's very dangerous. You can lose your fingers. So the next thing you got a feature, a safety feature. On different plasma cutters, you got different features that you wouldn't be able to use when you do this. So this feature, you got to hold both of them down and then hit the red button. You want to give it a couple pulls, make sure it's working. This tip is a little clogged, but you can get another tip. You got a package of a whole bunch of them. When you want to, you'll always have a keep of them. Because a lot of them come with the plasma cutter on itself with some contact tips with using the plasma cutter. So the next thing you do, I put this down, put my gloves on, my safety gloves. I want to make sure I put all that on. My PPE, most important. Put my welding helmet on. Another thing, guys, you got to make sure your settings are set right. I always set my settings, whatever I do, 10 shade. That's what you want it on. Properly put it on my head. Also, the plasma cutter got to have a ground. If you don't have a ground, you will not be able to use the plasma cutter. So the next thing you know I do, guys, make sure my ground is connected to the piece I'm about to cut. Give it a little splash. Now you're ready to use the plasma cutter. Now, you got a nice clean piece. Put it down. Thank you guys. Tune in again. Heavy Hitters, Baltimore Welding. More videos coming soon. Thank you. And that's how you use the plasma cutter. Baltimore Welding, Heavy Hitters.
Now just click this.